Wake up, kids, it's Joe and Nick for your weekend vacation. Grab your stool, squat on down for crappy animation. Let the gang's dumb commentary prop open your eyelids and watch some TV shows that have aged even worse than they did. So fill your bowls, use your spoons, it's Shaturday morning cartoons.
Hey, Caitlin's back.
Hi, I'm here. Good to be here.
It's been too long. Welcome back to Saturday Morning Cartoons, everybody. I'm Nick. We've got Joe over there and George, and we already introduced Caitlin from the Billy Ireland Cartoon Library Museum.
Ireland.
I'm thinking
Billie
of the,
Eilish Cartoon Library and Museum. Yeah. I
I'm
also
thinking
like.
of-
I sometimes typo it. I typo it. Is that a phrase? I typo
boy.
it sometimes to say Carton Library and Museum. Like that's my most common typo
Carton.
for it. Yeah.
Oh.
Billie Eilish
Carton.
Carton Library.
Oh, instead of
yeah.
Cartoon Library.
Right.
Okay, yeah.
Right.
I was thinking Emerald Island. So anyway, this is the St. Patrick's Day episode, but by way of a weird cartoon called Cattanooga Cats that Joe, you played the intro for in
I
our.
love that intro.
It's a
The
good,
genuinely
Chaba
good song.
Da.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I was like, let's investigate further. It turns out they have a very weird St. Patrick's Day episode, so we're going to watch that. Some musical numbers by them. But let's get started with a commercial, and then we'll talk about what we're eating and drinking out of. Here we go.
Great.
My Uncle O'Grimacy is coming to visit, and I didn't get him a present.
Ah, a shamrock shake coming up.
Oh, sure, and Bigora, how's me little nephew?
Here, Uncle O'Grimacy.
Oh, you shouldn't have a shamrock shake, I take it. Oh, it's great. It's green. Where on earth can we get more?
There's only one place on earth to get a shamrock shake. McDonald's. But only for a limited time.
I better have one then.
Me too, me
Sure,
too.
Bigora.
Now from McDonald's, the Uncle O'Grimacy balloon puppet. It's free, no purchase necessary. It makes a fun balloon. Or ask Mom for some scissors and turn it into a hand puppet. The Uncle O'Grimacy
whatever you
balloon
want, it's
puppet.
plastic.
Now through March 17th. It's free at participating McDonald's.
It's actually garbage.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, tell you what, it's garbage that I happen to have right with me. It's the Uncle O'Grimacy puppet / balloon.
Oh, it's got a back too. Look at
Yeah.
that.
Yeah.
Wow.
They,
got back.
they spared
no
no
expense.
expense on that.
Yep,
And you have to blow into its ass to inflate it.
Yeah, I did. Yeah, it's balloon knot, so to speak.
Do you,
So
think
yeah,
do you think the Uncle O'Grimacy suit exists somewhere? Or do you think that's been landfilled years ago? Do you
I
think,
bet it has. There's a Instagram account I follow called Filming in McDonald Land, and it
Right.
shows like all the old costumes and photos from the set of all those commercials.
Right.
So it's
You know,
got to be
what-
somewhere in a warehouse.
What would you pay for it, honestly? Like, what would you actually pay for it? For Uncle O'Grimacy, the full costume.
I mean, Caitlin, how much was your Nancy costume from the comic
Free,
Nancy?
baby. Totally free. Yeah.
Wow.
I mean, which is rare, but I think it
Yeah.
was in part because where I work and they knew it was going to come here.
At the,
I
you mean at the Billie Eilish Carton Library?
Right.
Yeah.
Museum?
Carton Library.
Wow.
Yeah.
Yep, ask for it by name. I'd go $1,000. I think that'd
Would
be
you?
my upper limit. Yeah.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Would that be like quality dependent? Because I feel like there's no way that thing's
Yeah.
not flaking and
If it had
stinky.
disintegrated and was too smelly, I probably wouldn't.
And then
pay
where
that
would
much
you
for it.
where would you store it?
In the storage locker with my board games, or possibly in the office somewhere.
It's
But
fun to have a
still,
collection that you
it is.
get to
That's-
see every so often.
It's like
when you put
step,
more stuff
It's like
into
step
the collection.
kids. You just go visit them when you feel like it.
Didn't Grimace have like a huge comeback recently? Isn't
Yeah,
that
it was
like
his
a thing?
birthday. It was
Oh,
his
that's
birthday.
what it was.
Yeah,
So you
Grimace did. Uncle
Right.
O'Grimacy did not.
No one knows
Forgotten.
when he was born. I'm
No.
going to
Yeah.
say St. Patrick's Day.
Those Irish always getting persecuted, you know?
Well, let's talk about what everybody's drinking or drinking out of or eating.
I
Joe?
got my only green mug. It's my Milwaukee mug. It's my pride and joy here. It's thick, sturdy, and it's greenish. Close enough green.
I think that counts. It's a handsome
Yeah.
mug.
All right.
George, what about you?
Let's see. I was sent this mug by Molly Gates. It had
Nice.
it's a
Oh.
Commodore
So-
mug, and
It's a
I
5
didn't
1/4 inch
realize.
floppy.
Yes, and I didn't realize until just now that the back of it says Mo.
Oh,
This belonged to Mo,
cool.
which itself
Oh.
would be an awesome mug. The fact that there are two and this has the Mo font.
Yeah.
Wow.
So is that
No-
vintage or was that specially made for you?
I believe this is vintage. Or actually, I believe my guess is that it's secondhand new.
Okay, so recreation, but maybe found at a thrift store.
Possibly, yeah.
Okay.
Or it could be an antique. Who's to guess?
Let's just go with antique.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
1873.
Caitlin, what about you?
I'm still working my way through showing off Christmas gifts since I didn't see you guys for so
Same,
long.
yeah.
And this is a spectacularly horrifying ET mug that was gifted to me this Christmas.
Oh,
And
Whoa.
you know, I
that's
mean, look at the
great.
look at the
Oh, it's
protrusion
3D,
on that.
yeah.
Yeah,
And that's
it's really
definitely not-
intense.
That's not licensed either, right?
Oh
There's
hell
way that's
no,
licensed.
no, there's
Okay,
no
good.
info at
Phew.
all. So,
Amblin.
I don't know if
Yeah.
somebody made this or where it came from, but I'm proud to own it.
ET Mania.
It looks heavy too. It
Yeah.
looks like it could have
Right?
some
It's
weight
yeah,
to it.
yeah. It's got some. Yeah.
Uh-huh.
I'm also showing off Christmas gifts that we got because we just hadn't opened a lot of the gifts in the office, and so I got this one from Bob Hedges, who's our regular viewer and a patron of ours. Gave us two mugs. One is Caitlin. I can't believe you just showed that.
What?
Look at this mug. It's a more detailed, possibly licensed.
You're
white
kidding? That's
ET mug.
wild. That
Or
is
maybe it's
weird.
just the same mug but a better paint job.
No
don't know.
way. I don't. I.
Look,
You know what?
Oh no.
Can we do a
it's
side by
different.
side? Can we do side by sides on here?
No, we can't. No.
I think.
But
Are you sure that the two of those weren't used sequentially in like a stop motion film about
oh,
ET coming out of a mug to murder?
it's
Well,
possible.
yeah.
Are you sure yours is ET?
Yeah, I
That's
think
ET.
is that a
That's
yeah,
definitely
is it a
ET.
That's
monkey?
100
Okay.
This
It's.
is the far
I mean,
more
I'm not sure that
detailed
mine
ET.
is ET, to be honest. So.
Well,
Yeah.
he's got the neck. He's got the neck. So
He does
Oh
got
yeah,
the
you
neck.
don't see
Yeah.
the
Yeah,
neck.
yeah. Right.
But that's not all. So Bob Hedges also sent me another mug. Well, he sent. I don't know if these were just to individuals, but this one is.
Jesus.
Yeah, this is a Kermit Reporter mug. You're drinking out of his head. But I think now this is my theory that there was you could personalize this. So they're personalized this for Brian. But look what it says.
Also, boy, that's some high quality personalization. Looks like
I
a
know.
on there with a Sharpie.
Jorge,
And you're drinking his brain.
It seems to be, it's not like written on. It's like in the enamel or
Jesus.
before the coating. But yeah, brain. They
I bet-
transpose the.
I bet Brian's with eyes always get that.
My
misspelling.
cousin Brian would always say people would have brain on things. So when I
Is he
saw
smart?
this, immediately he was, but or he is, but yeah. That
No.
anyway, two great mugs from Bob Hedges. Thank you. And my cereal is Reese's Puffs Peanut Butter Lovers. So it's instead of having the chocolate with the peanut butter, it's just the peanut butter part, and it's good. Tastes like Cap'n Crunch peanut butter. So
Yeah.
all right, we ready to talk about Cattanooga Cats?
Let's do it.
Sure.
All right, the Cattanooga Cats were a Hanna-Barbera cartoon, and it was out in 1969 and only 17 episodes. It aired for 2 seasons, and it was paired with forgettable. Has anybody heard of these cartoons? Around the World in 79 Days. It's
No.
the Wolf, and then the other one was Motor Mouse and Autocat.
I feel like you made them all up.
Yeah.
And the other thing is, like in this ad, or this TV guide ad, here's the Cattanooga Cats, and they're hippies. But somewhere between when they printed this and when they made the show, the Cattanooga Cats ended up being hillbillies. So hillbillies must have been in the air, Beverly Hillbillies, and
Snuffy Smith and
yeah, of course.
Snuffy Smith was all the rage.
Yeah, they
Yeah,
met with some contest groups or something, and hippies weren't testing well for some reason.
Hillbillies were big. There was a hillbilly, Hee Haw, and then there was I think the Hillbilly Bears was another Hanna-Barbera cartoon. This aired contemporarily with Scooby-Doo, by the way, and it had these characters. Teeny Tim was the big dog. We have Chessie was the groupie. Groove was the drummer, Kitty Joe is the singer, Scoots is the bass player, and Country was the lead singer and guitar player. Cool character models, I think.
Yeah,
They're
I like
a lot of
Scoots. Scoots, I really like Scoots.
Scoots
is a
fun.
great name for an animal. Yeah.
I want a Scoots mug
Yeah.
badly. It's out there somewhere.
But being against Scooby-Doo, I mean, I guess Hanna-Barbera was competing against itself. This was on ABC, and it couldn't compete with Scooby-Doo. But it's the music and sort of the mastermind behind this was this guy Mike Curb. Have you heard of Mike Curb with Curb Records, George?
Yeah, you might. Yeah. Yes.
You
Yes,
have?
absolutely.
George,
So
you're going to say something else after that.
Yeah.
though.
Yeah,
You
sorry.
You put the brakes on.
No, it's something that we talked about in last week's episode.
Oh, okay. Well,
Yeah.
so then you'll remember that he,
Yeah.
at 24, was he had Curb Records, and he also he co-wrote and all the songs on the Cattanooga Cats. But have you ever seen the short film Skater Dater from 1969? Same year. It's really good. I think it was Academy Award-winning skateboard. It was like the first skateboard movie that kind of popularized skateboarding. Short film. It's on YouTube. Well worth watching. And he did the music for that, and then also wrote the theme to American Bandstand. And he got in trouble though. He reportedly fired 18 different acts from his record label for promoting drug use and LSD. So like Velvet Underground, Eric Burden from the Animals, and Frank
He was a
Zappa. Even though
He was
Yeah.
right. He was right to do it because
Yeah.
they never panned out. So
What a square.
yeah.
and Frank Zappa, who was famous for never doing drugs, so like he was wrong about that one too. And even like Eric Burden had like he had bumper stickers made that said "Curb the Clap." He hated him so much, and Clive Davis said it was grandstanding because he was trying to get in good with the Nixon administration. Because, like George mentioned, he was a Republican and ended up working for Reagan as his campaign manager.
The guy behind Cattanooga Cats.
Yes, yes. And then he was a sort of a hero of the Nixon administration. He was the chair of the youth concert for President Nixon, and then he was actually elected lieutenant governor in 1978, and was the last Republican lieutenant governor of California. He then ran for governor, but did not win. But notorious, not notorious. He is a Republican, but he's been written like over 2,000 songs. He's been nominated in all sorts of Hall of Fames. Accomplished dude, and still around. And then the cast. No, this was pre-Welker, but we have the lead singer Country is Bill Calloway, who was Aquaman in Super Friends, and then we have the singer Kitty Joe, was also she was played by Julie Bennett, who is Cindy Bear. And then the drummer Groove was played by Casey Kasem from Shaggy. You might remember him from a clip like this.
Boy, this is fucking ponderous, man. Ponderous, fucking ponderous.
Oh yeah. I would
another
listen to the
outtake.
whole thing. I would
Another
listen to the whole
outtake,
thing right now.
We didn't play the Snuggles outtake, so I went with the ponderous one this time. So yeah, the episode I picked out is called the Wee Greenie Goofy, and this was like one of I think this era, and we found this maybe with the Beatles cartoon and some other ones from like around the 60s. Like nothing was off the table for ethnic stereotypes. So there was like the episodes I watched like 5 episodes. One had a American Indian chief in it, with a very offensive caricature in it. They had a witch doctor at another one. It was like every single possible offensive stereotype. So I went with the one you can still use, Irish. I feel like that's still fair game.
Oh yeah. You can mock the Irish as much as you want.
Sure.
Yeah.
It's been long enough. So yeah. And there was musical interludes too. We'll watch those after the commercials, the commercial break. But first, here's just the very short 6-minute episode from the Cattanooga Cats.
Okay.
Hubert?
Yeah. Coilies jumping up.
Is Curb singing?
No, there's 2 other session musicians who sing. The other thing is, for somebody so against psychedelics, there's a lot of psychedelic visuals.
Right.
Yeah.
musical numbers.
I kind of wish I didn't know all that about him now. It's like,
Yeah.
take away from it.
Around the world in 79 days.
Who could forget?
It's the wolf.
Oh, by the way, the wolf from It's the Wolf had a. They didn't. I think it was. Who's the guy who was who's on all the game shows? And did the Halloween special.
Paul
Jim
Lynde.
J. Bullock.
Paul Lynde. Paul
Oh,
Lynde. Yeah,
yeah.
I think Paul Lynde did the voice of It's the Wolf.
Motor Mouse. Auto Cat. And the Cattanooga Cats. The Cattanooga Cats are doing their thing.
God, great song.
They reused that.
I bet there's a punk rock version of that.
Should be.
Yahoo! Kitty Joe. Spending a day on your uncle's farm will be like a visit home in the country.
See, so they're not those hippies. They're more
Yeah.
country hillbillies now.
Let me ask you this: do you think the hillbillies will ever make a comeback, or have we seen hillbillies and that's it? Or has it been rednecks like the Jeff Fox, where it might be a redneck gif? Is that the new hillbilly? You think that's
I
what
think
it is?
so. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean,
Yeah.
were hillbillies ever in, or it was just in to make fun of hillbillies? You know, like it
yeah,
wasn't a style. You know.
Well, what was Snuffy Smith? Were they making fun of hillbillies, or were they?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah,
Okay.
for
All
sure.
right. Okay.
Yeah, Lil Abner. It was a whole genre at the time.
Right.
Well, even like Cletus the Slack-jawed Yokel, that's sort of hillbilly-ish. But
Right.
Yeah.
Maybe redneck is the modern
It
nomenclature.
may not be all fun country. Uncle Timothy's telegram said he had a big little problem.
'Tis the wee greenie that made me this way.
That vacation in Ireland must have been too much for you, Uncle Timothy. Tell it like it happened.
Well, Kitty darling, when I unpacked me bags, I discovered a stowaway, the wee greenie, O'Malley, the leprechaun.
Hey, cats! It's a leprechaun. All we got to do is catch a little critter, and he'll give us a pot of gold. That's just a fairy tale. So
Just to recap, the show about hillbilly musician cats
Yep.
had an episode where they go to Ireland to visit an uncle and a leprechaun shows up.
Got it.
We're 45 seconds in and we needed a recap.
Yep. Yeah. The premise is so deep already with
Also-
layers of.
Also, I love they keep talking about greenies, and like greenies was like speed and in baseball in the 1960s.
Yeah.
In baseball, they would take greenies, and that would
They're like uppers, right?
yeah.
Okay.
For the rest of the episode, I want to be referred to as the wee greenie.
Okay.
For the rest of the episode, I'm going to take some greenies.
Oh.
Let's all do it. Yeah.
been told.
No, Groove, they're for real. What's O'Malley like, Uncle Tim?
Well, he's about this big
Can't get enough
with a
of his
funny
voice.
laugh. Especially when he uses his magic to play practical jokes. Would you be after meaning like this?
Oh yeah, great sound effect.
Yeah, that was the wrong sound effect.
Leprechaun.
Somebody's
This
getting
farm
fired for
isn't
that
big
one.
enough for the 6 of us. So I'm leaving till the greenie leaves.
Well, I'd like to see
Is
that.
he?
wee
Is
green
this
cookie
adult
scare
man
us.
their owner, or is he?
Yeah,
he's
Nick,
a
we need another
person,
recap.
right?
We need another recap
So
here.
how
I
does-
think they're
what's his role?
visiting. They're visiting a relative's house, I think, or
Who's a
stopping
person?
somewhere on tour. They're on tour in Ireland.
Did
so
you edit
they're-
this one down, or is this one?
No, it's
you didn't?
exactly. Nothing's edited.
Okay.
It's a
I will
6-minute.
say,
Yeah.
Every
Look at that
45 seconds, can you give us a recap, Nick?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What were
look
you
at that set dressing. Like look at the
Yeah.
the handkerchief on the table, and like the
Yeah.
detail of the like mid-century handle on the
It's
table,
cool.
the lamp, the wallpaper. It's beautiful.
I want to live in that room.
Yeah.
Me too.
Same here. If you have a spare room, Caitlin, why don't you decorate it? Like,
Okay,
Yeah, like this.
I will.
Oh, would you know?
Joe, do you remember the last St. Patrick's Day cartoon we watched?
No. Dukes of Hazzard?
He'll never find me.
Anybody?
James Bond.
Yeah, James Bond Jr. That was the other one that had a St. Patrick's Day
Well,
episode.
darned if and that ain't a trick. A darn dirty one.
O'Malley,
Does
you
anyone
scare
like
me,
leprechauns?
And I'm not moving from this
I
spot.
don't think so.
I think we all just tolerate them,
Spot
right?
with you.
Yeah.
They're mischievous.
Distance of it.
Even at their best, they're mischievous.
Mm.
They'll
I've never seen any of the
get me
Leprechaun
pot of
movies.
gold.
He seems like so close to being a Keebler elf, like copyright infringement.
I know.
Yeah.
I bet Keebler was like talking to the lawyer.
Now?
The lawyer was a little leprechaun too.
Wow. The rest of the fairy tale, I was told, is those wee little greenies just can't resist gold.
Fucking ponderous, man.
A squirt of gold paint, and it's one golden nugget coming up. Since gold
Are we
gives
due
him
for a
such
recap
lot of bliss,
now, or
he ought to get a
They're
bang
playing.
from
They're
this.
trading off playing tricks on the wee Goofy Greenie.
got it? Okay.
Glory be.
They just spray painted their Uncle O'Grimacy balloon
Leprechaun's
gold.
dream come true. Either me dream blew up on me, or 'twas a joke I fell for.
Yeah, I know that feeling.
I like that pig.
Now to see if the little greenie falls for the gold-painted piggy bit.
Yeah, the backgrounds and character models are pretty fun.
Beautiful,
Tis a
yeah.
solid gold pig, and not a Cattanooga cat in sight. Gotcha, me 12-carat porker.
Wow.
Can we call it the 12-carat porker, George, instead?
Yeah.
Okay.
From Wee Greenie to 12-carat porker, the George Bassel story.
Nick, I think you genuinely laughed at
Sure,
that
this was a dirty trick
porker
to pull
line.
on
I think that was a genuine Nick laugh.
It's a good turn of phrase.
This.
No, you did it. When a leprechaun is soaked, his magic is watered down.
Too bad, Greenie Goofy.
Is that canon?
But now you're all wet. Your
You
gold
get a
as good as
leprechaun
ours.
wet?
I'm willing to bet.
Ah, but what you can't see, you can't catch.
We got him trapped inside the barn.
Let's go. On with the jokes.
Cool transition.
Ah, they're not in sight. Now to out-joke them before they out-joke me.
Those fucking cats. Fuck them.
Aw, I like that.
O'Malley Pally, come on, don't run. Don't leprechauns think that joking's fun?
It rhymed, technically.
Darn, I wonder where our little buddy O'Malley's hiding.
I'm going to start using the word darn.
The fun's just beginning. We've still got lots of jokes to play on, little Greenie.
Oh, that does it. You win.
I want that
Greenie-
Irish guy to come back.
Yeah, well, he does.
Okay,
You
good.
out-joked me fair and square.
No more practical jokes?
No, practical joking's no fun for them who gets it. Here's me pot of gold.
Your pot of gold?
I should have stayed home in the forest instead of tagging along with my friend Timothy.
Now I have to go to the Mets
Family again.
get Daryl Strawberry
Oh,
ready
here,
for
little
his
fella,
game.
Take your gold.
Dig, O'Malley, you're free.
You had your kicks and so did we. Now everyone's happy, even Timothy.
It was either beatniks, hippies,
Will
or
you be going back to the
hillbillies.
old country by boat, O'Malley? No, Timmy. I'll be following a sunbeam.
He goes to Chandoon and
Tis
finds
the
Glomer.
only way to travel. Top of the morning to you.
Yo, let's reenact this later.
Yeah, let's do it. Yeah.
And they also have a bus or a van, like a lot of
You too, Uncle Timothy.
early 70s cartoons.
Does it talk to them though? Does it interact with them?
No, but it can blow up.
Leprechauns never really reform.
They could have easily put some eyes on there.
There's no getting rid of them.
Oh, that's silly, isn't it, Cats?
Yeah, O'Malley said he was going back to Ireland.
Sure, it's true, but I didn't say when.
Very Scooby-Doo music.
She even
Yep.
had like the Daphne Scooby-Doo outfit. She had the scarf on and everything too.
The gams.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it was great. That was the whole
Look.
episode?
That was it. But, then you'd watch Around the World in 79 Days for 6 minutes. Then you'd watch It's the Wolf for 6 minutes.
That's
and
the way to do it.
But the whole
Right.
block was an hour show. Each
Sure.
of these episodes was an hour. And then during like a scene from It's the Wolf, the Cattanooga Cats would come up with a musical number that pertained to what they were doing and little interstitial bits. So after the break, we're going to watch a musical number and a little skit that they did, and that'll be it. Yeah. George, what do you have for commercials?
Oh, I have a selection of St. Patrick's Day themed commercials I'm very happy about, and I can't wait to get to the last one because it has. I just want to see what you guys think about the Irish accent used.
Oh, you sold this well.
All right.
I just can't wait.
Saturday morning cartoons will be right back.
You'll be cheering too when you see all the great furniture buys at O'Duncan O'Brien's Irish Bargain Party.
It's the biggest ever, featuring the lowest prices of the year. Host Patrick O'Bright will show you all the beautiful bargains. Come join the fun. Irish music, Irish refreshments, Irish gifts with every purchase.
And be sure to sign up for the grand prize, a trip for two to Ireland.
That's O'Duncan O'Bright at 2648 South Salina Street in Syracuse. Take Brighton exit 17 off Route 81.
So the place is called Duncan Bright, but I didn't realize that. I didn't know what the hell they were talking about.
Right,
but
yeah.
Duncan Bright.
Yeah.
Duncan O'Bright, O'Duncan O'Bright, O'Duncan O'Bright, O'Duncan O'Bright.
Sunday, in honor of St. Patrick's Day, 50s Turning Green. Starting at noon, team up with the greatest crime-stopping force, the Green Hornets. And at 1, join forces with this green, colossal, fire-breathing turtle in a battle to save Earth. Gamera, Super Monster. And at 3,
they're coming to get you, Barbara.
here's one movie you can really sink your teeth into.
Here's another
Night of the
public
Living
domain
Dead.
movie.
On Living Green. 50s Turning Green. St. Patrick's Day from noon to 5.
It's really
on
a
50.
stretch for Night of the Living Dead.
Well, but they're changing the tint to green. That's
Yeah, it
amazing.
looked like it. Yeah,
No, that's what they said in the
Oh, did they?
voiceover that
Oh,
yeah.
okay.
So,
Oh, that wasn't just for the commercial? They're like,
no, they're actually doing it. Yeah,
Wow.
Tinted the black and white to green.
That's
all right.
all it takes to make something Irish. It's
Yeah.
amazing.
Yep.
Yeah.
Hi, Marty McDermott for the Martin Fine Furniture Store, the oldest furniture business in Indiana.
I like this
and we're
one.
getting ready for the Luck of the Irish.
50% off everything, every day. A free chair with every sofa purchase. Check out our huge mattress gallery.
Martin, how'd you catch that leprechaun? I hit him with the Barney Stone.
You got that right.
I hate that.
It's not going to get better than that. It's not going to get better than that.
Well, I don't know. Carvel always
serve
delivers.
6 people.
That's
At the top of the morning,
No.
our lucky Irish green elephant with his trunk turned up for additional luck. We'll serve 10 people. May the luck of the Irish in all things good find you and yours on St. Patrick's Day. And
Looks
we
like he's
thank
gonna
you for
hump the elephant.
patronizing our participating Carvel ice
Using
cream
the
store.
Irish flag as a
Thanks.
dawn.
and so that's before Cookie O'Puss appeared.
Right.
Right.
Okay. It
So
predates Cookie
just
O'Puss.
if you're keeping score at home.
Tom Carvel has just got like hacking up from his smoker's cough in between takes.
They
Okay.
just really needed a bit of music underneath that. They could have done a you know, some Irish something, but
Yeah.
nope.
Okay, this is what we're here for.
This is it. Okay.
It's all built to this.
You don't need the luck of the Irish.
You got a great deal on a brand new 93 Lumina Century 3 Chevrolet.
Because Century 3 is having a
Knockin' Lumina sale.
brand new 93 Luminous
Knockin' Lumina.
with automatic AM/FM stereo on sale from just $10,993 or $183 a month at Century 3 Chevrolet.
Just $10,993 or $183 a month.
On sale now at Century 3 Chevrolet.
And that's no blarney.
Century 3 Chevrolet, Lebanon Church Road, Pittsburgh. It's from the mall.
Wow.
I
That's
just
no Blarney.
no, but there's something about it. Sounds like he just got back from the dentist, or has some sort of. Actually, this last time I'm wondering, like, is there something wrong with the guy? I don't know.
No.
I'm worried.
He's just not good at accents. That's the only thing.
but
that's
I think
it's
It sounds like if I were doing the Irish accent. I think that's what it sounds like.
I think you do
not
better.
very good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And we've toured in Ireland before. We're going to be there next month, actually, at Dublin.
Take that
and,
commercial and become the big viral.
the accents sound nothing like that. They're almost American, like with the art. Very few people sound like Lucky the Leprechaun. But that's
Just
the-
see how they say the word Chevy Lumina and
Okay.
compare it.
Also, Nick, you remember when we did a show on St. Patrick's Day in Dublin?
Yeah.
And like the Irish don't really give a shit about St. Patrick's Day. It was all
No.
Americans that were down
Oh,
there.
for sure.
They
barking
don't care
all
about
over
the Blarney Stone. St. Patrick's Day is not that big of a deal in Ireland.
Yeah,
No.
yeah.
But
I really
But
hated that little guy on the mattress. That was upsetting.
you were disturbed.
You did not like that one.
No.
He was a real wee greeny goofy.
Yeah.
Okay.
Now back to Saturday morning cartoons.
I genuinely like this song. Their songs were never country, even or folk. They were always.
By the window in the quiet of the dell, or laying in the meadow by the stream that feeds the well, or rolling
It's
down
like
the
early
hills
Pink
along
Floyd.
the banks that
Yeah,
touch the shore
just
of
the
the
Sarah
zombie
era.
or something.
Yeah.
Love won't stay away. The green of the leaves against the blueness of the sky grasps the moment fast, or it may.
And I like the art here too.
Art is gorgeous. Yeah.
There's got to be cells in there somewhere.
And this is Hanna-Barbera, right?
Yeah. Back when they were trying.
Yeah. Yeah, I never appreciated their animation, but
Well, just comparative to what we've watched.
The lyrics are very complex.
I know, Mike Kerb should have dropped himself from his label after writing this song.
Cattanooga Cats, they have an album?
Yes, they did release an album. I looked for it on Discogs, but it's very hard to find. It's not available. I put it on at a party.
Yeah.
It's a dog.
Kind of Yellow Submarine-y. Yeah, and that's Teeny Tim, a reference to Tiny Tim, who was popular at the time.
What new trick have you taught Teeny Tim, Kitty Joe?
He can wag his tail. Watch. Wag your tail, Teeny Tim.
They just have little bits
like laughing style.
Yeah.
I just can't stand a show-off dog.
I've heard better punchlines.
Oh, the interstitials were terrible. But
This song is so good. Is it the best theme song of anything we've watched?
it's up there.
Easily. It's my number one.
They have a
It's a
second
real
theme
song.
song that's even better.
Really?
Oh yeah?
Yeah. I love Cattanooga Cats.
Well, it's 2 seasons, so. And there's Ruby and Spears, who would go on to produce Rubik the Amazing Cube and many others. There's the album. Cool. Look at this.
Oh,
Now, this
that's beautiful.
that's a
really
cool album cover too. So
Yeah.
yeah.
Man.
Sounds like we were fans of at least the songs on Cattanooga Cats.
Oh yeah, I'd watch more for sure.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, well, I want that album very badly. All right, let's play a quick game based on. We've watched a lot of cartoons that have cartoon bands in it. We haven't watched the Archies yet, but this was kind of the one that started it all, right? The Archies. Then we've watched the Chipmunks, and then Gem and the Holograms. These are just a few of the cartoon bands that were on the air, but I thought we'd play a game for some of the more obscure ones where you have to guess the name. It's called Name That Tune Band.
Okay.
All right. So
There's enough of these for a quiz, for a game.
I had to narrow it down. I mean, there's tons of.
There's a lot.
Bands.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay.
But I just went with some of the more, maybe the ones you might not know right off the top of your head. So let's start with Jabberjaw. I've blurred out the drum head so you can't see this. I'll give you multiple choice, and everyone can lock in their answer. So what is Jabberjaw's? And, of course, Jabberjaw had a Curly from the Three Stooges sound-alike as the voice. It's kind of a scaredy cat shark.
What is the bass supposed to be? Is that like a harpoon?
It's just a funky bass because there's a clamshell for the
right. That's what I'm wondering. I was
keyboards
wondering if,
yeah. Not sure what that's supposed to be. Maybe a stingray? Is the band called the Snorkels, the Clams, the Neptunes, or the Dorsals? Joe, what do you think?
I'm going to go with the... Well, you know what? I'm going to go with the Neptunes. I bet it's something that has nothing to do with the other with the sea. The Neptunes.
Okay.
Well, Neptune kind of. Yeah, it does.
The King of the Sea, yeah.
Yeah.
George?
I was going to say the Neptunes, but to keep this interesting, I'm going to say the Snorkels.
And Caitlin, what do you think?
I'm going to go with the Dorsals.
Okay, let's find out. And Joe, you were correct. It
Yes.
is the Neptunes.
There we
There's
go.
Neptune's Trident right there on the drum
I'm
head.
winning. Yes, I'm winning.
All right. So next up, this is The Pebbles and Bam Bam Show. And this was in the era, another thing that was big, in addition to Hillbillies, was teens. So the teen version, see, even like Joni Loves Chachi, that the teen spin-offs from the Flintstones with the Pebbles and Bam Bam Show, they had a band, but what was it called? Was it called the Bedrock Rockers, Pebbles and the Quartzites, Tumblin' Gravel, or the Shale-La-Las? Caitlin, what do you think?
Oh, man. I'm going to go, I feel like, with the straightforward one, the Bedrock Rockers.
Okay, George, what do you think?
I was going to say that, but I'll say the...
You can double
Oh, well, then the Bedrock Rockers.
I see. I was leaning towards that too, but you know what? Let's just have a little fun here. It's definitely not gravel. It's definitely not that one. I'm going Shale-La-Las.
Okay. Correct answer was the Bedrock Rockers.
Just
So it was a
tied up.
straightforward one. Yep.
So we're tied.
Everybody's tied. Here's one that everyone might think they know, but I've made this more difficult. This is Fat Albert. And if they had a band made out of like found instruments, but what was it called? Was it called the Junkyard Gang, the Junkyard Band, the Junkyard Kids, or the Junkyard Please Move Off the Cosby Stuff Quickly? Caitlin, well, let's go with George first. What do you think?
I think it's C.
Junkyard Kids, okay. What are you going with, Joe?
Junkyard Gang.
Okay, and what do you think, Caitlin?
I'm going B, Junkyard Band.
All right, let's take a look. Everybody locked in a different answer. It is the Junkyard Band.
Oh,
that's why she's curator of the Billie Eilish
Carton Library.
Carton Library. Yep.
Library.
Sorry. Yes. All right. This is Mad Balls. Of course, not only were they horrific balls that lived on another planet, but they also had a band. But what was the band called? Was it called
this one?
We watched the intro, I think. Was it called Toxic Sludge, Freakella and the Slimes, the Screamin' Mimes, or the Madballs? What is the name? Let's start with Joe.
I want to say Toxic Sludge, but I think I might go straight forward and just say would they go with the Madballs? Would the Madballs go with the Madballs? I'm going to do the Madballs. I'm going to go D, the Madballs.
George?
Screamin' Mimi is the name of one of the Madballs. So unless that's the lead singer, I'm going to go with the Madballs too.
All right, Caitlin, what do you think?
I'll just go for Toxic Sludge. Why not?
Okay. All right, the actual answer was the Madballs.
Yes.
Yeah, they.
Knotted up.
You can see the drum head there. Yeah, we're all knotted up. The last one is one we should all know, but will we all know? It's for a little cartoon we all remember, illustrated by Cookie Madison. It's Saturday Morning Mysteries.
Oh, yeah. What did we call ourselves?
What was the band called? Was it the Welkers, the Shaddies, Happy Shaturdays, or Saturday Alarm Clock? What was the name of the band? Let's start with Caitlin.
The Happy Shaturdays.
George?
It was the Happy Shaturdays.
Well, you guys are all so confident. I got to go with the Happy Well, then we're all going to be tied. Nobody likes a tie, right?
I don't know.
No, you guys are so confident. I'm going Happy Saturdays.
Okay. C. Circle gets the square. It was the Happy Saturdays.
All right.
So everybody tied at 4, I believe, and that's how you play Name That Tune Band. Well played, everybody.
I don't know how I feel about a three-way tie. I don't know how I feel about that.
I think it starts the season on a pleasant note, and it's, it's good.
Yeah,
and we're going to end the season by having a dramatic reading with all-star voice cast of Cookie Madison's new Saturday morning comic book that he did. With all of us in it. There's a sequel to it. You'll get to read it along with us, and Jason Griffith and Caitlin and maybe some other folks. We'll see if we get some cameos on that one. So, yeah. But, that was Cattanooga Cats. I learned a lot about hillbillies and various trends from the late 60s, early 70s. But, George, did you learn anything?
Well...
Now, Chucky, don't ever do that.
Hi, I'm George from Saturday Morning Cartoons, and this is One to Shadow.
I think I might like this better than the more what is it? The more the knowing, the
more you battle. We've already forgotten.
Yeah, I think I like this better.
All right.
Yeah.
I did learn something.
What?
St. Patrick's Day is the one day a year when religion, industry, the arts, and society at large collaborate in the common goal of derailing the sobriety of struggling 12-steppers across the world, all in the name of a Christian saint who, like at least some of the others, claim to produce miracles of dubious provenance. For example, St. Patrick is credited for banishing snakes from Ireland. However, archaeologists and evolutionary biologists alike agree that no snake species has ever lived in Ireland. So this is like me taking credit for banishing the orgies from my bedroom, as tragically no orgies have ever taken place there. However, cartoons offer an orgy of linguistic delights that keep us laughing and also make us think. Without Cattanooga Cats, there'd be no Pittsburgh Pigs. And what about all those other unforgettable city species cartoon mashups like the Eel Paso Eels, the Columbus Cows, and of course the Newport News News? In summation, whether you're a friend of Bill or a friend of Jim Beam, you can be inebriated with wonder and possibility this St. Patrick's Day. And that's one to shout on.
George, you'll have orgies in your bedroom someday. Don't sell yourself short.
That we'll be offering that. It's for people Patreon, $100 and up.
The orgy in your bedroom?
Yeah, I'm not going to be here for it, but just lock the door. I don't.
You're gonna go catch a movie.
Yeah,
Here's
I
the
got
keys.
stuff to do.
Yeah,
Like that swim club from Ohio that we watched at VCR party. Yeah. All right, that's what your bedroom becomes.
Yeah.
Caitlin, what's coming up at the Billy Ireland? We're in mid-March now. Anything fun you want to talk about?
I will say we've got a really exciting announcement to be. Oh, sorry. Let me re-say that. We've got a really exciting event coming up at the end of May, and I'm hoping that the person I'm working on it with might be a guest on Shaturday Morning this season. So we're throwing a huge festival called Nancy Fest, and it's a celebration of our upcoming exhibit, The Nancy Show, Bushmiller and Beyond. So many watchers might remember that Nancy is probably my favorite comic of all time. We're really excited to have this exhibit opening up. And we're going to have a 2-day festival that culminates in a play that was written by comedy writer Tom Gamble, all about Ernie Bushmiller's life and career. And Tom wants to be a guest on Shaturday to talk a little bit
have him.
about
I just saw his name in the credits for Curb Your Enthusiasm. Too.
Right, he's the writer of the new season, and it's going to be a good time. So anyone who wants to come out to Columbus, mark your calendars for Nancy Fest, May 24th and 25th, Memorial Day weekend.
I think you're burying the lead, though. You're going to be in a play, right? Are we able to announce that? Or is that you're going to be in a play with Tom Gamble, right?
Yeah, so Tom plays Ernie Bushmiller, and I play all 6 of the other roles in the play. And it's, everyone's welcome. We're going to be selling tickets soon for this. And it's pretty
I might drive
exciting,
out
wild
there.
stuff. You guys got
I want to drive out there and see it. Yeah.
Nancy Fest, and maybe the costume will make an appearance there.
Oh,
and if I can find Uncle O'Grimacy, maybe I'll wear that there too. So
when you drive there, right?
Like
as soon as you get in the car, you'll hop in and
Yep. And I'll be driving in my Chevy Lumina all the way there.
Yes.
We're on our way to Nancy Fest.
Or as he says, wait,
Nancy Fest. Well, Chabada, everybody. Happy St. Patrick's Day and happy Shaturday, everybody. Happy Shaturday, 12-carat porkers.